You too, Mike, for coming in. So, Fiona Bennets. Welcome. You have 5 minutes and you can kick away now.
Tēnā koutou katoa. My name's Fiona and I live in the Harewood ward, just off Harewood Road, Gardeners Road corner. Thank you all for reading this comment and making the changes as requested. There's been lots of positive changes implemented partway through and also since I've seen the agenda come out, so thank you for those changes. I support all of the changes and more can be done still. I was wondering, how are the current permanent 30 and 40k zones operating in terms of what's the actual speed that's been witnessed going through the CBD, Sumner, Edgware, St Albans, Mighty Ho, etc. What's the actual speed? Because my observations on my bike watching people is not good, but the more we have of these 30 and 40k zones, the more we'll get, I think, compliance. If the whole city is 30 or 40, everything will eventually slow down. I wonder, how will these proposed speed limits be rolled out across the city? Obviously, we can't do them all at one time. There's a lot of signs to be made, a lot of signs to be put up. But perhaps starting right next to the adjacent 30 and 40k zones and slowly moving out, you're going to get people more aware of those speed limit changes as opposed to just randomly popping up in Brynwar and Burnside. I wanted to talk with some previous speakers, particularly Simon Kingham, Alex James and John Leeswin. Agreed, I've lost a cat to the road, I don't plan on losing any more. And then my next question is, please be consistent with the application of speed limits. Like, I understood the initial premise from Wakakotahi was 30k's around schools, but in reality, if you want children to bike, scooter, skate, walk to school, it's not just 200 metres, it's 1 or 2 kilometres. So it's got to be a radius, not just right outside the school. So all of those pedestrian areas, let's say, should all be 30k's, not a mixture of some 30, some 40. It's just going to get people confused, and there's going to be so many signs going, oh, well, what are we in? And not everyone's got a smart car that tells them what the speed limit is. The next thing is that there's too many roads are remaining at 50. I think the only roads that really should stay at 50 are those with median separated and separate cycling facilities provided. So, for example, Brougham Street has been proposed by Wakakotahi to be lowered to 50, and they're going to have a separate cycle shared path to the side. So that's a perfect example of why can't we do that to Memorial Ave, for example, Pages Road, other places like that. And other minor arterial and collector roads should be actually reduced to 40, because these have to be crossed every single day by pedestrians, cyclists and cars trying to get across intersections. And if we lower the speed limit on those minor arterials, it'll help with those injuries and reduce the likelihood of crashes. And then at some point, I obviously want to see the infrastructure to support these lowered speeds, so more street trees, rain gardens, and all the things that help with stormwater. So these speed limit signs are going to cost a lot of money. Please just do it once and do it right. I have a whole list of things that I want changed, but I won't have time to go through them, so I'm happy to take questions. Oh, I was going to show, for example, the red ones, major arterials, the blue ones, 40k minor arterial collector roads. That's about it. Like, everything needs to be reduced. Everything else inside those boxes, 30. Right.
Very good, very clear. Thank you, Fiona. We do have time for a couple of questions if anyone has any. Is anyone on Zoom have a hand up? No. That was so clear. I think we're fine. Thank you very much.